All right, all praise to the Most High Yahweh, and to His Son, my brother, Amashiach Yahushai. Peace and blessings to my brothers and sisters from the Israelite tribes. In this video, we're going to get into the Y-DNA information of the Native American people. So, forever is the discussion and the debate of Native Americans and Seminole Indians and Latinos being Israelites. So we have new information about uh, our people being E1B1A. So the question now is, who are the Native American people that we are trying to include into our inheritance? So I'm going to get into that with this video. So let's get at it. So this is a map layout of the 12 tribe chart of Israel with different tribes and um, different regions that we often associate the tribe with being in. So the information that I've been looking at, this this layout and other layouts will vary with many of our people being in different regions, not just in the Americas, but throughout the world. So this layout could be accurate, but at the same time, it could be very diverse with other groupings in different regions of the Americas as well. But this is not a video about that. This video is about the Y-DNA grouping of our people and or the Y-DNA grouping of other people. So like I said, our people are E1B1A, and for the sisters would be L2. Now we are from a region that is located in the Greater Levant region. The Greater Levant region is dealing with the understanding of the Garden of Eden. So our protein collection and information is coming from the Great Lakes region and the Nile Valley region. So E1B1A is directly connected to the Promised Land and the Garden of Eden. So as you can see in the Middle East region, there's no Hermetic group signatures. Well, there's A1 right there. There's an A1, or that could be a R1. I think that's a R1. But nevertheless, in this region, these are Japhetic markers, the J1, the J2, the R1, the G, the L, the R1B. All these are Japhetic groups of people. And then you have other pockets of other haplogroups. The F right here, that's a Shemitic group of Elamites. So you might have small percentages of Elam, a dark race of Shemitic people dealing with the Indian groups, or the region of India is also in the Middle East. Other than that, our DNA marker is way older than all these Japhetic groups of people. So, so we have to get a quick understanding on if E1B1A isn't over here in the Americas on this chart, as you can see the other markers, then these markers are not our people. So what you have is two races of people with three haplogroups representing two different races of people. The C3 group dealing with C3b and C3a, that group are related to the Shemitic Asian groups of people dealing with the Australian Aboriginal people. The Aboriginal people would be your Moabites. These are the Moabites. C3, the C group of people. The Q3 people would be your Japhetic Asian groups of people. The R1 grouping would be your Japhetic Caucasian groups of people. Your C3 grouping would be stretched along the western coast of the Americas. Your R1 would be in a little pocket in the northeast region of Northern America. And then a majority of the remaining grouping of Native American people would be under Q3. So I always thought that there was different classification for the Native American groups. I thought the Arawak people was dealing with the dark complexion people that would be known as Black American people, dealing with the Tainos, the Carib, the Sebonis, even the Cherokee people. And then I thought the Inuit grouping of Native Americans would be dealing with the Eskimos and the other Asian looking groups of Native American people. And those groups could vary from a tan skin, red complexion to a brown skin complexion. I was wrong on that. All those groups of people are classified under Arawak, and the Arawak um, classification is mostly dealing with the Q3 is not a lot of sampling, even though a lot of the C3 groups are along the coast of this American of the Americas. The sampling is just showing a majority of Q3. Also, also um, on a previous video, I always thought they was doubling down on this map with O3A. This is actually a Q3A. So you have Q3 and then Q3A, not Q3 and O3A. I thought they had another Japhetic Asian group of people in this region to double down on Japhetic groups of Native Americans. As you can see in the mainland, you have the people that many people think are Chinese people and or Moabites. They are O, this O group. This would be your pale complexion, Japhetic, Asian groups of people. So the understanding of the Japhetic groups of people, Japhet is basically an imitation group of people that are resembling the Shemitic and Hamitic groups of people. And not just that, but also within the Japhetic grouping of people, you will have more imitating of the Japhetic group, copying each other. So you will have a dark complexion um, Asian group, and then you have a pale complexion Asian group. So literally, the Japhetic groups of people are just these imitation groups of other people that are imitating people that are native to that region. So R1 is another example of that. So this Native American group is not often recognized by governments and NGOs and commercial DNA companies. Some might recognize them as Native Americans, some might not. And that's because this R1 is found in Asia. It's also found in Europe, and then you can find it in Africa. So um, that grouping would vary with dark complexion people and or pale complexion people. So many companies just don't want to expose certain information about group types of people or the um, complexion and the groupings of those people. So often they don't associate this marker with other Native American groups of people. So we have to be mindful of many of these Native American groups of people and many of the people on the planet in general are still dark complected people. So let's move on. So real quick, once again, these are the Shemitic Moabite people. So now we have to get into Seminoles. So this would be your Japhetic grouping of Seminole Native Americans. So now we'll get into this white DNA chart of the Americas. I'm going to scan down the list of tribes. All right, and now I'm going to show you the haplogroups. So these are the only haplogroups that you have, and then you have others. Normally, if our people was here in the sample, they will be located on others with E1B1A, but that's not the case. So let's get into some of these frequency counts. So Apache is a common known American group of Native Americans, and they were a high frequency under Q. The, the Cherokee, and the Cheyenne, these are two groups of people that we often associate with being dark complected groups of people. Their frequency is split between a high to mid range of Q, N or R1. We have a Panama group. I wanted to say Panamanian group, but a Panama group of Native American. The Shipshaban, the Shipshan, 100% Q. Um, in the past, I worked with some people from Panama, and these people are the same skin complexion as I am, and these would be your native people, and they tell you, and they would definitely let you know that they are Native Americans or native to that region, and they definitely wouldn't want to be black, and they definitely wouldn't want to be Hispanic. So um, those people are dark complected people. The Chippewa, R1. And now we're going to just get into a few others. A group from Brazil, G, 92, Q. The Mexican groups of Native Americans, Q again. A lot of them are Q. Let's see. Native Americans dealing with United States. Many of them are Q. Seminoles and Sioux. The Seminoles, the Sioux, and other South American Indians. And once again, it's a split between Q and then R1. So many of these Native American groups of people, many of them are other races of people. They are not Israelites. And like I said, the only Shemitic group of people that we be closest to our DNA would be those Aboriginal Australian people, but the haplogroup isn't in our, not even close to ours. You know, that's a earlier group of people. So they are not our race of people. They are not related. They are in the Shemitic grouping of people, but we are not directly related to them according to the DNA. So in this, we have a few islands that are representing um, paternal DNA frequencies. So many of these pie charts are showing a high frequency majority of our people. So you have some big, some mid-range or size islands to some chain of islands that are dealing with our people in the region. So you have your table of content, and you have Hamitic people, you have other Shemitic groups of people, you have lots of Japhetic groups of people. So on this one, dealing with Jamaica, there's little yellow bots or pie cut. That's a E1B1A marker. The one above it is another E1B1A marker. And then the one above the red marker is also another E1B1A marker. So these are um, our people being a good majority of these island nations. So real quick, there's a E1B1A star dash M2 um, pie color, and that's just dealing with multiple of different subclades under the E1B1A marker. And then you have a percentage, these small percentages of E1B1A1, and they are up there, but it's not a lot. So um, they probably did that because this is the beginning marker of our DNA pool. So that would be dealing with Reuben. And then the other one, the red, would be very common in the Americas. The red is dealing with E1B1A7. E1B17, E1B1A7 is dealing with the tribe of Gad. So you have Gad, and then in the yellow box, you have E1B1A8. That would be dealing with Asher. So underneath that, you have a pie color for E1B1B, and that's a red and a blue bar. Those are Edomites. That's a Edomite reference. And then you have a Midianite reference with the black and dotted pie color reference. So there's other dark races of people in the region. So we just have to be mindful that we can't continue to assume and to accept and to um, give other people our inheritance just because they look our part, they look like us, So we have to be very mindful that Edomites are also a dark race of people. Ishmaelites, Elam, they are also dark people. Ham also are dark people. So we just have to continue to get into the DNA information, continue to edify each other on who we are and who our enemies are and where they are at among us, and we'll be better off. We'll definitely be um, we'll definitely be getting to where we need to be with different understandings and teachings and other things that we have to keep up with. So Once again, all praise to the Most High Yahweh and to His Son, my brother, Amashiach Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to my brothers and sisters from the Israelite tribes. Thank y'all for the views and the comments. I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank y'all.